It's our Week 8 edition of Friday Night Blitz. Thanks for being with us. I'm Brandon Kinnard. The season is coming down to the wire, and we had a lot at stake tonight. Multiple conference titles clinched. Was one of them in the FVA? Let's find out. Neenah at Kimberly with a Rockets win. They would clinch their first outright conference title since 1987. First quarter. Well, the Papermakers strike first. Blake Pere with a 5-yard rushing touchdown. Then after a poor punt from the Rockets, Kimberly starts with the ball on the 38. Great field position, and they take advantage. Pere punches it in. Just like that, the Makers are up 14-0. Late first half here. Rockets in Kimberly territory. On the Makers with a big defensive play. A 4th down stop there as Sam McGivern gets the sack. Second half here, well, Neenah finally finds the end zone. Jace Jenkins there with the score, rumbling in, cuts the deficit to 10. After a Neenah field goal, the Papermakers, they get the answer. Pere again, huge night for him as Kimberly wins it 31-10. John Miller has more from Papermaker Stadium.
After losing to Fond du Lac last Friday night, the Kimberly Papermakers were knocked out of first place. They then hosted the first place Neenah Rockets tonight and beat them 31-10 behind Blake Pere's 4 rushing touchdowns. I caught up with Pere and head coach Chad Michaelwitz after the game.
Life will always knock you down. Champions respond. It's not how hard you get knocked down. It's how quickly you get up and what you do when you get up. It's a life lesson. You know, you're going to get knocked down in life repeatedly. And it's tough to play football at Kimberly because the expectations are so high. There was never panic. Nobody flinched. We knew we had to get better. We also knew that we still have one of the best teams in the state of Wisconsin, and we showed that tonight.
I think for us, obviously conference is a big thing for us, but I think right now we're just trying to get better every week because ultimately our goal is to just go as far as we can.
Next up for Kimberly, they host Kakana right here at Papermaker Stadium. If both them and Neenah win next Friday, they share the FVA title. Back to you, Brandon.
John with the fireworks right behind him. I love it. Staying in the Fox Valley, Fond du Lac coming off a big win over Kimberly. They're at Appleton North. Late first half, Bondi with some defense. Jeremiah McGee busts into the backfield for the TFL, but they couldn't keep the Lightning in check forever. Next North possession, Luke Kritzer looking deep to Caden Pop. He's wide open for the score. Touchdown gives the Lightning a 14-13 halftime lead. Early third quarter, they are at it again. Kritzer to Pop. Long connection has him down inside the 10, and a few plays later, wash it, rinse it, repeat it. Kritzer to guess who, Pop for the score. North goes on to win it 24-13. They clinch a playoff spot for the 18th consecutive year. A look here at the FVA standings now. Kimberly and Neenah, after what happened tonight, tied atop the conference. Next week, Kimberly hosts Kakana. Neenah is at Appleton East, so depending which way they go, we will have a conference champion crowned in the final week. To our showdown game now. Undefeated Bayport on the road at Pere. This was the Cole Benson show, folks. The Bayport quarterback, after a turnover on the first possession. Second possession, a lot better. First play here, 83-yard run for the QB. That makes it 7-zip Bayport. There was more where that came from. Late first quarter, Benson following his blockers. There were some great blocks thrown on that, including one from Tevin Montgomery. Another touchdown for number 13, and he can do it with the arm as well. Second quarter, he's got his man Austin Hewley for the long passing touchdown, over 50 yards. Bayport wins it 42-14. Here's Chris Lemo.
I'm here with Bayport quarterback Cole Benson after a big 42-14 win over Pere. So you said 5 touchdowns today, a career high. So what did you kind of see in the defense that really led to that today?
I mean, the defense has been preparing super hard. They do every week, but this week especially, you know, we're playing with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder from last year. We couldn't give it to them again this year, so we're just going. I mean, I told Scott back there, offense's goal was to just maul up front, score points. Defense was to get big stops. Don't give it to them in big chunks and just hold them.
Kind of going home now for this huge matchup, both teams undefeated for the conference title. How do you think the atmosphere is going to be next Friday night?
I think there's going to be a lot of people. I think there's going to be super loud, and I'm just super excited to play in front of the fans, my family. I got a lot of buddies over at West Pere, so it's always fun playing against your buddies too.
Great, looking forward to seeing that. Thanks.
The score and takes it in from there.
Fireworks everywhere tonight. Chris and Cole, thank you. West Pere looking to keep pace with the Pirates. They're at home against Preble, and the Phantoms waste little time. Najee Mitchell, you give it to him, good things usually happen. Bouncing it to the near side, and he is off and running. 40-yard touchdown there. West Pere has the early lead. Preble looking to make up ground through the air here. David Torres, not today. Picked off by Thomas Walder, and Doesn't take him long to find the end zone again. Guess who? Mitchell. Looking for ground, and he's got it. Unbelievable run there as he finally found his hole and scores again. 45-7, WDP a winner. So, woohoo, we got a good one next week, folks. These are the FRCC standings. Unbeaten teams tied at the top, and look, you can't script it any better. They play each other next week on Sports Showdown. We will have that game, crowning an FRCC North champion a week from tonight as West Pere visits Bayport. We've got more highlights coming up next, including another conference title on the line, this time in the Packerland, plus the Packers landing in London. We've got the latest ahead of Sunday morning showdown with the Giants. That's next on NBC 26. Back to the Blitz, back to the highlights. The Packerland title on the line. Southern Door hosting Kiwani. Both teams coming in unbeaten. First quarter, check out Zach Lynch here. Nice little run. Good blocking as well. Down inside the 10, they would score a few plays later to take a 7-0 lead. Ensuing kickoff, Kiwani fumbles, Southern Door recovers. That leads to another touchdown. So suddenly it's 14-0 Eagles. Second quarter, Drew doused. Check out this one. Beautiful deep ball to Jack Peterson. Whew, what a grab. Those two have had a great season in tandem. Peterson goes up high to get it. It was that kind of night for Southern Door. They are the Packerland champs. 19-14, they win it. Little Chute looking to clinch at least a share of the NEC title with a win over Wrightstown tonight, and the Mustangs led it big at halftime, 21-0. Early third quarter, they're adding on Charlie Vandenberg to Hunter Thiel. Speaking of dynamic connections, those two have been great this year. That's a score to make it 28-0. Ensuing Wrightstown possession, the Tigers roar into the end zone for the first time. Isaiah Pennenberg, nice little 19-yard run, but too much horsepower from the Stangs. Vandenberg rolls to his left, and, well, guess who? There's that man again. It's Thiel with another score. Little Chute wins it 34-7. They are 8-0. Freedom lost a heartbreaker to Little Chute last week. The Irish back at home against Denmark tonight. First drive of the game, Carter Krewald touched the ball on all but one play, and he scores the opening touchdown, lowering his shoulder and crossing the plane. 7-0 Irish. Denmark's first drive, 4th and short. They're stood up. Drew Kortz for Freedom, driving the ball carrier back. Turnover on downs. Second quarter, Matt Weingard through the air to Krewalt. That puts the Irish up 14-0. They win it 40-0. So still one game back of Little Chute in the NEC standings.